See this plant next to me? This is a super wildflower. This is yellow ragwort, and we've got a bumblebee on it right there at the moment. See that? Bumblebee down there on that bit. There's lots of bees visiting it, and it's very popular with caterpillars as well. Now, yellow ragwort plays host to about 177 species of insect. It really is a super wildflower, but sadly it's surrounded by misinformation, generally by people who keep livestock. And it's a plant I've been studying for about 3 years now. It's a real hot topic of a plant, and there's going to be probably a lot of conversation in this thread. But the reason I'm filming here is because look, I'm right next to a horse paddock. There is a horse. And these guys have got lovely horses. They're really well looked after. And they've been here for many, many years in this same paddock. And this same paddock, they let all the ragwort just grow. You see it all on the boundaries? And the horses do not touch it, you know. They won't eat it. Horses and most animals know what to eat, you know. They're not stupid. Now, this stuff, ragwort, tastes very bitter. Look at that bee, full of pollen on there, look. It tastes very bitter, so the horses don't eat it. They eat around it. They just won't eat it. It's a disgusting plant to them. And the only time they eat it is if it's in hay, so it loses its bitterness, and then it might be consumed. So if you're growing a field for hay, then go for it, pull it out. But anywhere else, leave it be. It is such an important wildflower. We should really be cherishing it, not pulling it out in the name of misinformation. But in a horse paddock, you know, there's literally no flowers in these paddocks whatsoever. The only flowers are ragwort. So to pull these ragwort plants out for no good reason is just careless. It really is. Now, a horse would have to eat somewhere between 10 and 25% of its own body weight of this stuff to have any effect. You know, I think about 5% of our wild plants have paralizidine alkaloids in them, and when consumed in a very large quantity, they can be very harmful. They can lead to liver failure. What they say is it can cause Cushing's or liver disease. There's never any real proof of it, and the chances are the livestock has got a liver disease or Cushing's from some other way, not from eating ragwort. So it's a bit of a scapegoat for sort of malnourished livestock. You know, there was a study done in about 2002 by a equine vet, I think it was, and it was a very bad study, and it was soon after dismissed. It's very much bad science, and ever since then this plant has been surrounded in misinformation, and it's really sad because, you know, it's covered in bumblebees at the moment. It's a really beneficial plant, and they also say that the paralizidine alkaloids can rub off and penetrate your skin. Now, they cannot penetrate human skin, they can't. Only if you've got like a cut or something and you get it in a cut will it cause an irritation, you know, nothing too major. And you'd have to eat so much of this stuff to have any effect. It's just crazy. Now, I think goats in particular have to eat 400% of their body weight to have any effect. Goats are tough. So yeah, it's really nice to see that all the ragwort has been left along this margin and it's not getting touched. There's a horse there feeding, we've got ragwort there. There's just loads of ragwort in this field. Another one with a bumblebee on. Look, honestly, it's such an important wildflower. There's bees on the lot of it, and you can see it's just not getting grazed. People say it's a notifiable weed, but it's not a notifiable weed at all. So if you see yellow ragwort, leave it well alone. You know, livestock don't touch it. I visit regenerative farms every year, and it's very much a hot topic. Livestock just simply doesn't get affected by it. And the seed viability of ragwort. Now, many seeds that travel on the wind, that travel far on the wind, tend to be not so viable because, you know, they're quite light. So they rarely self-seed any more than 25 meters from their host plant, ragwort, so it doesn't really spread that much. So it's really, look at that, just so many bees on it. So yeah, yellow ragwort, honestly, it's being pulled out and it shouldn't be. There's no need. Stop being so, what's the word? Paranoid. Let it be, guys. Look at it. And oh yeah, and even if the horse ate all this ragwort in the field, it wouldn't affect it. So yeah, bit of a long one, but it's such a cool wildflower, we should make every effort to keep hold of it. Cheers guys, get wild.